So I might be doing a general reading. This is Soulburn Tarot. My name is Sarah. I haven't done a reading online for a very, very long time. I also wanted to incorporate a sort of lesson for everybody to get started on their own tarot readings, because I believe that that is best for everybody. Online tarot readings are very general, and sometimes they can get caught up in the drama of all of the thousands of people that get readings, and the interpretations can get mixed up, or there can be some sort of control issue going on, or bribery, or some sort of drama going on with that. And I don't really like all that. I think that people who want spiritual advice should be doing it for themselves. I think that people should learn how to do tarot for themselves in order to talk to a higher power and get their information straight from the source, and learn how to interpret things and learn the lessons on their own, instead of paying people and asking for them to interpret it, instead of getting their own straight from source. There's not really much to it at all. All you have to do is know what you're doing, basically. This is Isis. This is my kitty. One of 5. She's my first one. And that's Pluto. Okay, basically all you have to do is believe and know your cards. If you don't know cards, there's always oracle cards. He has a bad heart, and that's why he does that noise. He gets a lot of congestion in his chest. But all you have to do really is believe and know your cards. And know that they're trying to send you the messages that you need in order to learn and grow. She wants to be a part of the video. Go on. Alright, so the basic Celtic cross starts out with a conflict in the middle. What you do is do a crisscross, 2 cards. Baby girl, I'm using this right now. She wants to sit on the pillow. No. This one and this one. The conflict that we have come up is the 4 of Swords and the 8 of Coins. The 4 of Swords is me, actually. This is about me. It could be for you in a different sense, but I am coming out of my isolation, as it were. As you see in this picture, the 4 of Swords is about a person who is in isolation, trying to get away from all of these people outside, and that was me, but it was reversed, and so it's me coming out of isolation. And I had this as the challenge, and it's the 8 of Coins, and that is about mastery of spirituality. For me, that's about mastery of spirituality and working very hard about a certain issue. So your first 2 cards will be in the middle, and that is your conflict. The top of thoughts is what I always go with first. Top of thoughts for me is a lot of stress getting off of my back. That's the 10 of Wands. This deck, by the way, is Art Nouveau. I love this deck. I like Art Nouveau. It's one of my favorites. But I have the 10 of Wands in reverse, and that's a lot of stress coming off of my back. When you deal your cards, it will feel like right now I feel the bottom card. I can feel that it needs to come out. You will feel a certain way. It will, you, once you start dealing for yourself, you will be able to feel what different cards feel like what you should pull. You will be able to feel what you should pull. Right now I have the 4 of coins in reverse at my foundation, and I'm not being greedy. Usually this card is about greed and stubbornness, and you know, he's got his coin on his head, he's got his coin under his arms, he's got his coins under his 2 feet, and he's like got them tight, and he's greedy, stingy Grinch guy. But when it's reversed, it's the opposite of that, and that is not being greedy. So I'm not being greedy with my spirituality. Coins can be about spirituality, not just about money. They have many interpretations, and as you go through and you learn your cards, you will learn that they have all of the different elements have varying degrees of depth in your life. Mine are about spirituality, they aren't about money. And that was reversed. So in the past is on the left side, you got your past, and that is a Ace of Swords reversed. That is not communicating. I was keeping everything to myself. I was not talking. So I have the Ace of Swords in reverse. That is no communication. And I feel this one for the front. Ooh! Ooh! Maybe this wasn't a good idea. I got my Tower. Shocking news or developments. This is Pluto. He's a Bombay. He's extra tiny. Look how tiny he is. For some reason, he has an enlarged heart. And he's a little bit sick. He wasn't supposed to live for very long, but he stuck around. And he's a little destroyer and a void. He's one of those little black pits. But he stuck around. And I'm very pleased that he did. So we got our basic cross, and I got in my future is going to be this Tower card. Whatever destruction, chaos, and mayhem, or sudden insights or explosions going to happen is going to happen for me, apparently. Now, you can go with 2 ways with this. Baby. Look at you, I'm messing up my cards. You can go with 2 ways with this. You can go with one singular line of 4 cards down one side as they usually do it, or you can do it my way and do another line on the opposite side, left and right. Now you can use those as a relationship issue, like the right side be the male and the left side be the female aspects, or you can do left side is heart and right side is mind. You can do those 2. I like to do a 2-sided Celtic cross usually, because I usually have other people dealing with me and in my energy all the time. Baby boy, what are you doing? He just wants to. He just wants something. Alright, you can sit here. Okay. Whenever it happens like that, like I was shuffling and the card kind of like flipped out and got stuck as I was shuffling, that usually means that card must come out. And I feel one right here. So like whenever you shuffle, you'll get used to shuffling. It's not hard. If it's really hard for you, you can get smaller or larger cards. They usually have them available. See, like that, a flip out, that comes out. Don't try to flip them over upright or anything. They're meant to come out the way that they're supposed to come out. If you try to do that, you'll get a wrong reading. You'll get something that the spirit doesn't want you to see or think about, or, they're not getting the right message. So, do for you as synchronicity asks you to do. The cards are never wrong. That's something that I've learned. The cards are never wrong. It's only the interpretation that is wrong. It's only the reader that is wrong. And that's why I think that everybody should do for themselves. That way nobody's to blame except for yourself if you read wrong for yourself. That kind of feels like it. And this one. Alright, I'm going to do this before I do that. So like down this 4, I've got the 7 of Wands in reversal. I've got the Star in reversal. I've got the Queen of Wands in reversal. And I've got the 2 of Pentacles in reversal. I'm in reverse all up and down this place. The 7 of Wands I can understand. And sometimes this energy can be outside of you. Like, I can understand this as being... The 7 of Wands is about being at the top of your mountain and defending from everybody else. What are you doing, boy? He's being ornery. And battles and fighting. You can see when it's upright, he's got all of these sticks coming at him. And he's at the top of his mountain defending his place. And when it's reversed, it can be that you are not defending. You are taking a step back, or you've lost position, which, entirely could happen. Smart boy. Baby. Or it can be that you're being peaceful, which I'm doing. I'm just being peaceful. I'm not listening to anything that's going on outside of my own house right now. When you read, see how my throat clogged up a little bit? You can take that as a sign too. I was not supposed to say that for some reason. But I'm not paying attention to anything that's going on outside right now. Or it can be that that is not the message. So you have to consider another viewpoint on that card, whatever it could be. It could be coming in energy, any energy coming into you, but that is not a position of energy coming in for me. The second card was the Star, and that can be an energy coming in. Star reversal. Whenever something is coming in, when an energy is coming into you, it will show up as a reverse because it's coming inwards. It's not you personally. The Star reversal can be an Aquarius person who is affecting your life at the moment. The Star can also be philanthropy, charity work. Maybe someone who's working in philanthropy, or charity work. Which I have around me. I do have people who work in charity around me. An Aquarius, I have family members who are Aquarius. And that sort of thing. So that might involve them. The third card up was the Queen of Wands in reverse. When she's upright, she is very much in control. She's extremely passionate, very fiery, very domineering. She has a flower, and she has her robes, and she's very abundant and intense. That's something I'm not. When it's in reversal, I found out that when fire is in reverse, it can be about depression, which I do have, and anxiety, and lack of confidence and self-esteem, which I do have. But the third card up is the emotional state, and really I'm not really any of those things right now. I am really just at peace and energized, but not overly so. I'm just not intense. I'm not overly passionate. I'm just like laid back, having fun, at peace kind of a vibe. I'm not really trying to control anything. I'm just letting things go. He really wants to get on top of this because I am doing something. Silly man. Alright. He wants to bite me now. That's fine. Alright, so like the top is the outcome. Oh. The top is the outcome, and I have the Two of Coins in reversal, and that's juggling spirituality. I might become unbalanced because of this. I might feel unbalanced, or I might have trouble balancing everything, because usually when it's upright, she's got everything going on. She's got her 2 coins. The seas are wavy and everything's going on in the background, but she's got it going on. She has her 2 coins in control, and she knows what she wants to do. This could also be about something else. I have a spiritual connection with someone, and the 2 of Coins can be about having a spiritual connection with someone, like a twin flame or a soulmate. And whenever that comes out in reverse, that would be like the 2 of Cups in reverse. If you guys know what the 2 of Cups is, that's an emotional connection. This is more of a spiritual connection, and it might be rocky right now, which probably is. I haven't been watching the twin flames or any soulmate videos. I haven't been watching much of anything right now, so this is just completely without information about anything going on, just what I've been doing on my own. Baby boy. Alright, so the next line up. You're gonna bite me. Go on. So the next line up, I've started out with the reversal 6 of Cups, which is in fact a soulmate card. I don't know if you can get that in. Probably not. Soulmates and children. It's not focusing. There it goes. But that's in the reversal. My children just left my house, so that might be them. But with this Aquarius here, it might be something else, like soulmates. And I'm just shuffling, and I feel the cards. I feel the bottom, and I feel the top. And whatever card from the pile needs to be pulled, it feels different than any other card. It doesn't feel the same. It might be burny or tingly, but very slight. Sometimes it comes in really hard, and the emotion that you feel with the card is supposed to go with that message of that card. So you have to keep that in mind whenever you're doing this. Alright. So we got the 6 of Cups in reverse. I've got the 6 of Swords in reverse on this side, and I've got the 5 of Cups in the upright, and I've got the 2 of Swords in the upright. So this is for another person or an outside energy, or left, the heart or female. This is the mind, this is the heart. So we got the 6 of Cups in reverse, which could be soulmate energy, reminiscing about the past. You're not reminiscing about the past anymore. You're here in the present. You're trying to be in the present moment. It could also be about children and moving away from children, which I did. My kids just left the house. Or it's soulmate energy that is breaking up or rocky. The 6 of Swords in reverse, as you can see, the upright card is a boat with people moving away with swords in their boat. So that is taking your truth. The swords is about truth and communication, mental or social media. Social media is swords too. As this is their outside energy, it could be me. So as it a reverse, it would go just like this one would go upright as an Aquarius. This one would go upright as the Six of Swords upright. So for me, as an energy coming in for them, it would be that I am taking my truth and I'm rowing my boat away from them. Getting out of the choppy waters and moving away. Which is hilarious to me. But it's happening. So yeah, that's what came up. In their emotional aspect, they have regrets. They have the Five of Cups. But they need to look at what they've got, the Two of Cups behind them, and see what they still have. They might have spilled all of these 3 cups, but they still have these 2 cups here. Be grateful for what you have, even in regret. Praise God. Praise God. Right? In their outcome, they have the Two of Swords upright. Two of Swords upright is about following your intuition. You can see, I don't know if you guys can see very well, but she's got 2 swords and she's blindfolded. One side of the swords comes up and she's got bats on that side. And one side of the sword comes up and she's got the moon. This is all darkness, this is light, but she has to follow her intuition towards what truth she wants to follow. So that is their thing. They have to follow a truth, one or the other, towards one certain end. And they don't know which one they need to go to, but they need to follow their intuition. They need to follow their soul. They need to follow inner guidance in order to find their way. Now, when you're done laying out your spread, usually the bottom card is what you should go for. I've got the Seven of Cups in reverse. I love this card. It's complicated, but it's very simple at the same time. Right, so here it is reversal, here it is upright. Alright, so we got this guy who's looking up into the sky in an illusion, in a dream, and he's got all of these cups in front of him. One cup has dragon, castle, riches, a wreath, a snake, a cloaked figure, and a face. I don't know if you guys can see all that, but that's what it is. And it's all of the many temptations that you could have. Like the face is a partner who is very beautiful. The castle is security and wealth. And then, yeah, there is actual wealth. And gold coins and rubies and gems and things. And then there's the dragon, which is like ego and control and power. And then there's the wreath, which is fame and fortune and all of that kind of thing. And then there's the snake, which is more inner power and change, although trickery might be present. And then the cloaked figure. The cloaked figure is the choice that you want to go with. In this card, whenever you get this card up, you have a choice, and usually the person is extremely confused about what they need to do, and they don't know which way to go. But when this card comes up, it means that you need to choose this figure. You might have all of these options here, but the one that will lead you the best is that one right there. And that is your inner truth. That is your inner guidance. That is God in your life. And that's the one you should choose. All the rest of them will lead to despair, or they'll get lost or broken, or they'll leave you, or they'll destroy you, or some other thing. But if you follow your inner truth, you will always be led right to where you need to be. So that's the lesson of that card. And that was upside down. That was in reversal for me. So that means I am doing that. That I've already done that choice. I am following my inner voice. I am following I'm not confused at all. I don't have those temptations in front of me. I'm just like, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I'm following my inner truth. I follow God. That's what I do. That's just what I do. Which is why I'm, doing this. All right. So, if you don't know tarot, if you don't know the all the interpretations, or if you don't know what they do for yourself, if you're still buying readings from people, you should really get off that and read for yourself, because that's God, and you don't need a middleman to talk to God. That source. I don't know what you believe, and I don't want to put you into a narrow path, but that's source. You should talk to them for yourself. Whoever you think it is, the angels, the guides, God, spirit, whatever. All right, so if you don't know what tarot interprets as, if all of these cards are totally freaking confusing and you don't know what to do or what to go, you can always get these oracle cards. There's all kinds of oracle cards out there. There's even Jesus ones. Check this out. These are the ones I use the most. But there's also angel cards and whatever, type of theme that you have going on in your life that you like. They have oracle cards out there for you, and they'll say exactly what the card means. So, after every reading, I go ahead and, pull a couple oracle cards to make sure that I have the correct message. If I understand everything here correctly, and if I want to get the true message come through to me, then I use an oracle card. It's just icing on the cake. Comfort, spiritual understanding. All right, so I got Archangel Azrael. I'm with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal, which is great, because my heart is always needing to heal. People are buttheads a lot, right? I'm sure everybody can understand that. People are just buttheads. And then I've got spiritual understanding. Archangel Raziel. This looks like Metatron, but it's Raziel. I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. Which is probably why I've got this little doohickey here. So I got those two. I like Jesus the most. So I'm going to pull one from him. That one popped up. Did you see that? Be of good comfort. Your faith has made you whole. I don't know if you can see it. But that's what it says. But yeah. So that's my reading for me. It might have resonated with you. Because that happens. Everything is connected. Everybody is connected. But I wanted to show people this general reading in order to try to help people, because I don't think you should be, going through a middleman to have your cards read, when you should just be talking to them yourself. I do hope I helped in some sort of way, and peace, love, and light.